All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to morning market update for this beautiful, what is it? I don't remember anymore. Monday, March 30th of 2019. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. All right. On the weekend, I had to, this quarantine thing, as I've mentioned to the Trade Pro team yesterday, is starting to get to me. So I had to shave my own hair or give myself a haircut on the weekend just to prove to you that it's not bad. Look at this. It's not bad work considering I did this all by myself. All right. Do I have a career as a barber? No, maybe not. All right, a hairstylist, but I don't need to be a hairstylist. All right, I just cut my hair once in a while. That's it. So in today's morning market update, we're gonna talk about a few things. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It's back to work time. All right, National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases Director. One heck of a title. Anthony Fauci said that coronavirus pandemic could cause 100 to 200,000 deaths in the U.S. At first, people thought they were saying you get 100 to 200,000 cases, and he reiterated that interview saying it could be deaths. All right, but he doesn't want to be held to that projection with such a moving target. So, how does that compare to the flu? And I think we're at a point now where we've accepted we're in this new normal with the coronavirus. All right, and so we're asking ourselves, when does this thing end? And there have been cases where other flus, like the Spanish flu, didn't end. It warmed up and it slowed down. Then when it got cold again, crap ton of people died. So the question is, when is it going to go away, and what is the impact to the economy? And we're going to start to answer these questions this upcoming week. All right. I missed that comment. Sorry, bud. These comments move really quickly here on YouTube, especially from the phone. All right. For comparison's sake, the flu kills 12,000 to 61,000 Americans on an annual basis since 2010. And so, the flu itself is pretty dangerous, but this is an extraordinary circumstance, an even more dangerous flu. So right now, at the moment, COVID-19 cases worldwide are 143,000. Death toll in the United States at 2,500. Right, that's U.S. cases, by the way, at 143,000. Death toll at over 2,500 in the U.S. So it's making its way through. I think isolation efforts are having a positive impact on it. I know in Toronto, we're all practicing isolation. There's very few cars outside and lots of people staying home. You can see the lights on in the condos. All right, this guy in our neighborhood was DJing off his balcony. So, the spirit of the human animal and its intention to celebrate lives on. But there are some bills coming due, and there is going to be some economic output that's being affected, and we're going to learn about that starting this week. Mortgage firms are bracing for a wave of missed payments starting April 1st, which is Wednesday. All right, estimated $20 billion in monthly retail sales, real estate loans, not retail sales, $20 billion in monthly retail loans that are due as early as this week. All right, many retailers and restaurants have already said that they're not going to pay the rent, which poses a threat to the $3 trillion commercial market. If they're not going to pay rent, you know how much cash flow and liquidity these lenders have. At some point, this becomes the idea of it could get bad to it becoming really bad. And that starts with missed payments, all right? People who have lost their jobs, a loss of income potential, how much credit they have as well. All these things are intercorrelated, and we're going to start to find out what goes on with that side of the picture with the economy starting this week. So Cheesecake Factory found this kind of interesting on some of their properties, because it's not Cheesecake Factories in a whole storm of them, but the CEO actually wrote, so the helm of all the Cheesecake Factories, the chief executive officer, wrote a letter that became public to their landlords and said, didn't ask, hey, I'd like a month, of forgiveness, whatever. Just told them, we are not paying you for the month of April. That's kind of messed up. But hey, that's a Cheesecake Factory. I never got the hype behind it. I've never gone once. I don't like waiting in lines for high calorie food that kills me. If I gotta wait in line for something that kills me, it's gotta be good. So that's that. There's a lot of bills coming due. It's gonna be very interesting. The first quarter officially ends on Tuesday this week, and markets are a little bit giddy overnight because there's talk of a fourth stimulus package coming out, and this one might be larger than $2 trillion. You guys remember about 2 weeks ago when we did the elite call, we talked about what we need to do in order for the economy to bounce back, and we also provided the suggestion it needs to be huge stimulus 2 trillion wasn't enough, but they're gonna do it in rounds or in waves of this. All right, it's delicious. Maybe I should go. I don't know. I don't eat a lot of sweets or cake. Just for some reason, I just don't. But anywho, so there's talk of a fourth stimulus package that could be over $2 billion. All right, and it could be an extension of the current program or something new as well being thrown in there. The market's getting excited. A lot of this Federal Reserve money, a lot of the stimulus from the government is starting to take hold, and we're holding off these lows. A little bit of bullish sentiment here overnight. Back into overnight high here of 67.5. All right, but in markets worldwide, Japan's down 1.6, Hong Kong's down 1.3, China's down 0.9%, India down almost 5%, Europe at midday, London's down 0.7, Paris is down 0.9%, Frankfurt down 0.4%, and futures in the United States, Dow's down 0.4, S&P was down 0.2, and still is. Remember, we're trading on a gap. All right, let me see where the gap was from the prior day close. We gapped down, but not by a lot. I think we've closed that off. I gotta scroll back quite a bit to figure it out. And I just set up my new charts in my office here. I'm upstairs, so I'm not on the couch anymore. I couldn't handle that. Yeah, we're above the prior day close, and solidly above it. So equities rebound back up in the United States, and this is the first Monday in nearly a whole month that the S&P 500 futures haven't started out with limit down. All right, so that's interesting in itself. The first Monday in almost a month that we haven't been limit down, and that's kind of a relief I feel for investors. And I do think this week we're going to try this downside, and if we try the downside and it fails, we're going to have a relief rally that extends a little bit higher. All right, as we should. Crude oil is down 5.2%. We cracked below $20, went to $19.92 on crude oil, $19.92. All right, some refiners, get this, are paying money to have crude removed from their premises, right? They're not selling it, they're paying money to have the crude removed from their facility, which is wild. But if you look at oil, it's been way oversupplied, and there's less demand and a ton of supply, and Saudi Arabia has threatened to increase the production in May. So that's been in the news. I don't want to steal from Steven too much, but Donald Trump is confirming that he has a call with Russian President Putin today to discuss the oil markets, and there is talk of some kind of agreement or deal behind the scenes, but not between Russia and Saudi Arabia. The price war is still ongoing and raging, and oil cracked below $20 a barrel. It's the first time in 17 years that it's done that. All right. I filled up the AMG, the S63 AMG. I filled it up for like $68 or something like that, which is unheard of. I just want to drive places now, but everyone's quarantined, so I have nowhere to drive to. And so now I'm hoarding oil in red buckets, those jerry cans in my basement. I'm not doing that. Gold prices are up 1.3% this morning to 1645. Bitcoin is up 3%. At 10 a.m. we have pending home sales. It's a really important announcement coming up. 10:30 we have Dallas Fed manufacturing survey. But the real important economic data points are coming on later this week. These ones are massive coming up. All right, Wednesday at 8:15 in the morning, we're going to see the ADP non-farm employment change. That's a precursor to private payrolls on Friday at 8:30. It's a huge report. The economy is really tied to the number of jobs created or destroyed in the prior month. It's a very, very, very important economic data point. All right, 8:15, we get a little bit of a precursor to what we get on Friday. Friday's the most important day. Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, we get unemployment claims. Last week there were 3.7 million, or 3.3 million rather. Let's see what they're at this week. How many people filed for unemployment? How much are initial claims, which are new filings, and how much are continuing, or people who have been unemployed already, getting it for second, third week, etc. All right, and then on Friday at 8:30 in the morning, elite team, we're gonna be trading this together. So we're gonna start at 8:15 in the elite chat. The elite room together at 8:30. We're getting the private non-farm payrolls report. All right, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate, as well as ISM non-manufacturing that day. But Friday morning is of paramount importance to this overall market. So until then, you're going to have some data points coming in. You're going to see some volatility, some movement up, down, etc. But Friday is that key day, and there's going to be a ton of volatility because it's the start of Q2 officially midweek. And then we're starting out with a massive report on this Friday. All right, so stay tuned. The way it's going at the moment, we have a little bit of bullish momentum. I think that at some point this week, Monday to Tuesday, just today in the afternoon, Tuesday, we do try to hammer out some of the lows, and if we can't, we're back to the bull up to probably 2,700, 2,750. And with all the stimulus, it's no surprise we're rebounding. You guys be safe out there. Trade the momentum. If you're a day trader, if you're a swing trader, I would say this is probably the most difficult time for you, because the downside is over for now, but we don't know for how long. All right, and the upside's gone up too much, so it's almost too late to be long. All right, but it's too early to be short on the swing side. On the day trade side, you got to ride the momentum. Speaking of day trading, I'm gonna open up the room. Love you guys. Have a great day. Send you love, joy, and happiness. Right here, you see the letters on the side, LJH. Love, joy, happiness. This is an idea of one of our members will. So you should put LJH somewhere on the close. I said, all right, let's put it on the side of the hat. So we'll thank you. This one's for you. Love you guys. Have a great day. Manage your risk trade, TRADEPRO. And thanks, Forex Black Box. Appreciate it. You guys take care. Have a great day. Love you all. Be careful. See you tomorrow for the morning market update. Ciao. Steven, over to you for oil update, and let's get this trading room started.